What? Why the heck does that station have? I mean, clearly they don't have a lot of things in their hand, right? But 6 energy station, what? This video is sponsored by the Pokemon TCG deck building website PokemonCard.io. Are you looking for sealed product and singles? You can find it all on Channel Fireball. Please use my Tailmon affiliate code when checking out to help support my content. Looking for PTGO codes? Potown Store has all the latest sets and promos, instantly delivered to your email. You can use Tailmon code when checking out for 5% off. If you're from Europe, Millipods Gaming has a wide array of sealed products, singles, and more. You can use Tailmon code when checking out for 5% off. Card Market is Europe's largest online marketplace for Pokemon cards. Whether you're looking for sealed product or singles, vintage or the latest sets, just follow the link in the description to find what you need. Want to show off your love for Tablemon? Check out my 2021 merch. These new hoodies and shirts are available on Amazon. Click on the link in the description to get yours. Hello everyone and welcome back to a brand new video here at Tablemon. Thanks so much for tuning in. Working really hard in preparing everything and leaving everything ready to go for 50 keys, 50 decks season 2, right? I feel like I'm gonna be like, it definitely feels like it's gonna be way better than season 1 overall, because now I know what to expect. Now I'm more mentally prepared. Last time it was like a spur of the moment decision, like, yeah, I'm gonna be playing 50 different decks, right? Whereas now it's been like, I've known for the last 3 months that I would be doing it again, and I'm excited and I want to get started. And the videos for that will start happening on May 1st, and we'll be going back to double uploads to showcase all the keys. Yeah, it should be pretty fun. Now, however, as you might have seen, I also qualified for the Limitless Invitational Tournament in the video that I uploaded on Sunday. You can see all the matches, and actually, like, I commentated on my decisions and the matches. In case you want to take a look at that, it's a different sort of video, but I think it turned out pretty well, right? It turned out pretty well, and I enjoyed doing that. Maybe it's something I could do in the future. And in that tournament, the deck that ended up winning was Eternatus VMAX, right? Eternatus VMAX ended up winning in Expanded, which I think makes a lot of sense. Sudowoodo was definitely not being played much, if at all, in Expanded decks, and so that's where Eternatus shined, because you don't have to worry about your Eternal Zone ability being shut off pretty much by anything other than Garbotoxin Garb, and obviously having extra bench Pokemon and having a Pokemon that can infinitely come back through Darkrai GX, along with establishing energy, and along with giving you a really cool and powerful GX attack in Dead End GX, sorry, not Dread End, that's Eternatus' attack, Dead End GX, immediately getting a KO if the active Pokemon is affected by a special condition, which obviously it can be through the Hypnotoxic Laser. Now, interesting additions to this are the 6 seconds, right, for a little bit of extra damage, but more importantly, the Leon. I'm really surprised to see this Leon right here, because 300 damage with a full bench, along with the 2 6 seconds, that is 320. So that is a 1 kill on opposing VMAXs, such as like Victini VMAX. You don't even need the other 6 second. You can also 1 kill Centiskorch VMAX. But just taking a look at the top decks, right? I guess you can 1 kill Togekiss that way. That actually seems pretty significant. 1 killing Togekiss actually makes a lot of sense now that I'm seeing this. You can potentially 1 kill an Urshifu VMAX as well, with the double 6 second drop, plus a Leon, plus a Hypnotoxic Laser. That is 330 damage. So just dead ending that might be a little simpler. But the 1 kill on the Togekiss definitely feels very relevant and very good. So props to Koichi Kimura. This is his list, the Limitless winning list, and everything else is like fairly straightforward. We have the dark patches, we have the compressors to help thin the deck, get the Darkrai's out, to help with the dark patches, thin for Via Seekers, so you have access to AZ, you have access to Colress. I feel like instead of AC, Acerola would be better. No need to like discard all the energies, but hey, worked out for this player. Obviously, we have power plants to shut off abilities. We have float stones. So overall, I do like how the deck is structured. I definitely like how the deck is structured, and I recorded a pretty cool video yesterday for channel Pokemon. Right? If you guys maybe some of you don't know, and this would be really helpful. Like if you want to continue to support me and my content. If you enjoy my videos, if you go over to Channel Fireball's Pokemon YouTube channel, right, called Channel Pokemon, you can see me upload bonus videos there. Yeah, I actually upload bonus videos there, and the last one I uploaded on the Galaxy Mewtwo, the Psychic Mewtwo, it turned out so good. Like if you're gonna watch any of my videos over there, which I would definitely encourage you to do so because it really helps me out personally with regards to how they consider and approach my content. I would definitely encourage you to do so because it honestly was really fun. Yeah, really fun video with a lot of interesting and cool situations. And I think, like, at worst, it would be a really good learning experience, but I think it would be worth it for you. Alright, so coming into the game now, I'm going to establish another Eternatus, and I'm going to go ahead and Crobat, and then I'm saving the Ultra Ball so I have access to the VMAX next turn. Obviously, well, not so obviously, I believe we might be up against ADP, right? I believe we might be up against ADP Station, and that means one KOing the ADP will be pretty important. Saying that Max Elixir immediately, though, is a little scary, because if my Eternatus goes down, that could be a problem. However, because I do have the Dark Patch, I could actually just potentially get the return KO. So if I lose this Eternatus, obviously it's not great, and I would, like, the difficult card to find would be a Flowstone, but it's not impossible, right? It's not impossible to pull off, and I feel like with a big Colress plus Crobat, it would definitely be feasible, right? So there we see the Elixir. So that's actually what might end up happening right here. That is actually what might end up happening. I'm surprised my opponent's playing this Oranguru instead of the Sun and Moon. I mean, I guess in Expand you can just play both, right? Both Orangurus are pretty nice. We see a Guzma off the Trainer's Mill. That's good news if that ends up being the supporter. We just see a Primate Wisdom that might be to save the Guzma before a Dedenne or a Research or something. But no, not it. So they did save the Guzma. They Quick Ball for the Oranguru though, and it's really, really good that the Flowstone is a card they discard, because that means their chances of retreating this turn are actually now lower. Alright, so I'm happy to see that. I am definitely happy to see that. Usually decks play anywhere between 2 and 3 Flowstones, seeing one down already, and my opponent sitting at 35 cards is really good. I'm real surprised though. Another thing that surprised me is they Quick Ball for the Oranguru rather than the Dedenne or Crobat. So I don't know if they're prized, I don't know if they play them or not. But yeah, our Eternatus survives, which is awesome, obviously. No ADP in sight. So now I'm just trying to figure out what cards do I want to discard. So I'm thinking I can be a little conservative with my resources, so I'm gonna go ahead and Ultra Ball away these. And grab myself the Eternatus, right? So that's usually the hardest card to find, and then go ahead and do this. I don't know if there's like any Crushing Hammers, anything, so I could Research or Professor Sycamore for 7, or I can Colress for 5. All I need is an energy, and I still had access to Crobat, I still had access to other stuff, and the Colress for 5 ends up being really good. So I guess if I was like, if I don't get a KO here, it's not the end of the world based on how we've seen the game develop and what my opponent has tried to do so far. So I would have been okay with missing an attack right there. I honestly would have been okay with missing an attack. So I have all VS Seekers available, so I'm just gonna get rid of these 2 supporters so I have access to anything that I want basically next turn. And now I'll just go ahead and dread it and put myself in a really good spot here. My Eternatus VMAX is full HP, healthy. My opponent has 1 threat that they don't even promote for some reason. And what? What? Why the heck does that station have? I mean, clearly they don't have a lot of things in their hand, right? But 6 energy station, what? Okay, now they just Intrepid Sword, so I'm definitely just gonna eliminate the 6 energy station, right? No reason not to. I would say no reason not to. And so let me do. I'm definitely gonna Guzma, right? That much I know. If I could find a Flowstone, that would be fantastic. So I'm gonna thin cards that I know I will not be utilizing anytime soon, like these. Maybe I'll do. Yeah, I definitely won't need the 3rd Eternatus VMAX. I have 2 down. That's completely fine. I'm gonna attach the energy here. And so this is what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna burn the Hypno. Well, no. I'm gonna play. Oh my god, I shouldn't have attached. Well. Okay. Yeah, I did this horribly. I shouldn't have attached the energy, or I should have just attached it to a Crobat, right? I do find the Floatstone. But that was very poorly executed on my part, not gonna lie. I got so convoluted in what I was trying to do that I ended up doing something completely different. My intention was to use Crobat, right, before I committed the energy, right? Play the Guzma, play the Hypnotoxic Laser, and then bring up a Crobat and hold the energy. And then use the other Crobat, and then if I draw Floatstone, awesome, I could dedicate the attachment to the VMAX. If I didn't, then I could just dedicate the attachment to the Crobat and eliminate the station. But what I ended up doing was something completely botched up, and I might have not even been able to play the thing anyways. So poorly executed on my part. I'm glad it doesn't affect us. My opponent's just playing 4 Orangaroos, right? It's just 4 station, 4 Orangaroos, which I understand the appeal of that, but we haven't seen a single supporter either. Is that what my opponent's trying to do? Just Guzma every turn, supporter, less station? Like, cool concept, I guess. Cool concept, but a little questionable. Yeah, it's just Guzma all over. Plus elixirs, plus saucers, plus a very healthy metal energy count. Plus laser for extra damage. So my opponent will take 2 prizes, but then I just attack knockout and that's it, right? So my opponent does get to play, but they're not really accomplishing much, right? My threats, the Pokemon that I just need to attack with twice, can win the game right here. So even like if they were at 2 prizes, I'd be worried, right? If they were at 2 prizes, I'd be worried because then the Guzma plus powering that up would be enough to win the game. But at this point, I am generally not worried at all. I am generally not worried at all. So I'm choosing to conserve the Raw Guzma, the Sycamore, and the Crobat in case I get End and something weird happens, like as a Mazenta gets played. Having the Crobat as a not, like I don't need anything else, right? So why would I play Crobat? Why would I Guzma anything? Why would I Sycamore? Just to draw more cards. Yes, I could, right? But I don't need to. That's the thing. I don't need to. Now, I guess AC is better than Acerola against mill decks. That way they can't trap stuff in the active like Snorlax. Like the Snorlax decks cannot trap something in the active because you have AZ and 4 VS Seekers, so that makes sense. It definitely makes sense. Alright. So my opponent, like, they're playing, but it doesn't really matter. The game's over. I just need to attack once, and that's it. They're not gonna deck me out. They're at 1 card. Really impressive that they're down to 1 card with no supporters other than Kuzma, but it's just not enough, right? Nice showcase of their deck, but it doesn't seem like... It seems very clunky in the beginning when you haven't thinned a ton, right? It seems very clunky in the beginning when you haven't thinned a ton. Right, and then even if I had prized, like even if I didn't have access to another basic Pokemon, that 1 damage counter is enough for me to just go boop and take the KO. So, alright. I mean, it was nice that we showcased how cleanly the deck set up. I'm thinking back on the Colress versus Professor Sycamore play, and thinking back into it, I probably should have just Sycamore there. At the cost of 1 Dark Patch, whiffing that attachment could have potentially been costly, right? If I did get that first KO, and then they took a KO back to back with triple Guzma, that could have been problematic. I feel like for my opponent's deck, I would definitely add a Mobile, right? Like if your strategy is to just take KOs with Station, then you probably want a Mobile for Captivating Wink to potentially help you in putting something down on the bench to take a KO. I mean, maybe they play it, but I'm just speaking out loud. And also, I would probably play I forgot the name of the card. The card that Target Whistle, right? You put a Pokemon on their discard pile back to their bench. That's the card. Okay. What? Okay, so I'm up against Pikachu VMAX, which means the Leon will actually be relevant. Which means the Leon will actually be relevant right here, which is, I mean, it's cool, right? It's actually more of a peak run deck, I guess. So I did choose to go second because most of the time in the expanded metagame you want to go second. In order to protect myself from the turn 1 donk decks, I probably should have benched a Crobat because this is closed deck list. And I don't want to give a free win to a deck such as that one, but it is what it is, right? It's fine. Okay, so definitely gonna quick ball, establish an Eternatus, and then I'm gonna play this, and then I'm just gonna end. Alright, no energy attachment, and I will end up revealing the Leon. Which, with no Pikachu V in play, it's not, like, super relevant. I'm not a fan of discarding the other VS Seeker, but I think I have to get a better Crobat right here. So I'm gonna grab that, and then I'm gonna Ultra Ball again. You know what? I'm gonna discard the Eternatus instead. I don't wanna be left without... Like, I don't want to cause my own death draw. I would really like to try to avoid that. Because if this Crobat doesn't get me, like, a bunch of good stuff, then it could have been problematic. Okay. Now, I'm going to have to computer search for the energy, but that's okay. Right? It's not the end of the world. As long as my dude survives, we should be fine here. Like my Eternatus. So, now I'm wondering if I should just... I did lose a Float Stone. Nah. You can take down this. Well... Yeah, you know what? Sure. Like, there's no way my opponent chooses not to take a KO, right? So, make him waste an Electro Power, tempt him with the 2 prizes. That's completely okay by me. That's completely okay by me. Double Boltum, so this is like a standard peak run deck. We do get Marnied in expanded. Will it do its thing? Yes, it will. Yes, it will. Oh my god. Well, Marty. Okay, so what cards do I not want to top deck? I don't want to top deck these. All of these I wouldn't mind top decking. This seems actually important. So I guess the power plant, right? And then I don't want to top deck power plant and I think energies. Everything else seems potentially useful. Other than the dark patches, I guess, but... So do I play the Hypnotoxic Laser? I mean, if I flip heads and then it's tails for them, that could buy me a turn. Another turn. So yeah, why not? Why not? Yeah, that's exactly what happened. That might have actually just bought me another turn, which is fantastic. Can't believe Marty did its thing and expanded as well. I do have 3 Quick Balls, 3 Crowbats. What? They play Switch? What is this? Am I playing? What? No, in the Mulligans we saw Rough Seas. What is this Pikarom standard monster? Okay, there we go. Thank you, Crobat. Yeah, like I had a good chance at top decking for sure. Definitely had a good chance at top decking here. Alright, so why not power up these guys? Right, why not leave this guy powered up as a bonus attacker? And then let's go Colress. We're looking for my last Floatstone. Seems tough to find. And my... well, with that Guzma... I mean, this is fine, I guess. I'm not dead drawing because I have the quick rolls. I'm gonna play this. There must be something I can't get rid of, right? Like the other compressor. That's good enough. And 1 Sycamore, sure. Yeah, that feels alright. And so here, like, I'm considering not evolving. All I need to do is go Guzma KO, right? But I don't want to be stuck in a situation where paralysis screws me over. So I'm going to choose to not evolve. I'm going to hesitate. Like, the amount of time that it took me looks like I'm like, oh no, I whiffed, I can't believe it, blah blah, when in reality, obviously, I didn't whiff. I definitely could just get Guzma plus Electro Power GX KO, right? That's definitely a possibility. However, we see another switch. So instead of Floatstones, my opponent is choosing to play switches for some reason. It'll be interesting to see who they attach the energy to, though. Like, if they power themselves up, I think I'd still go after the Raichu. There's the Pikachu. Okay, so they're gonna power up the Pikachu. Oh, well, Pikachu can KO a turn to ZMAX, right? Potentially. I mean, I'm gonna go after the Raichu. Oh wow, they power up the Raichu. Okay, so not the competitive. What the heck? Definitely far from a competitive Pikarom list for expanded. But hey, who am I to judge? All right, so we're gonna evolve, and we're definitely using Guzma. So I have 2 extra basic Pokemon. So this is important, this is important, this is important. So I think I quick ball. I mean, do I really need more than... No, I don't need all these energies that I currently have. So I can't just do this. And then... I do have a full stone at 3 VS Seekers, so I'm not getting trapped either. So we'll go bench, we will go Guzma to prevent any paralysis shenanigans, right? We will draw the extra cards of the Crowbats. We'll find that, which is nice. We'll utilize Restoration. and there's the victory. So yeah, I mean, my opponent's deck definitely not the most competitive Pigrom deck. Marnie doing Marnie things, right? Put a halt to our pressure and delayed us by a turn, just like we delayed our opponent by a turn with a laser. So I guess it evened out, right? I got unlucky off of that Marnie, then I got lucky with the top deck, and then I got lucky with the heads flip into a tails flip. So it all evens out, I guess, in the universe in the end. Pretty solid deck, pretty cool deck. Just don't get Marnied and you're fine, right? Just don't get Marnied and you have a pretty solid flowing deck. Thanks so much for tuning in. Don't forget to leave a like, really helps out the channel, and I'll see you tomorrow for another video. Goodbye!